Welcome. On this channel I do videos about Linux programming and stuff. They're unedited and unscripted, and they are not tutorials. They're just whatever code I happen to be working on today. Which I think I am going to undo the work that I did in a previous video. I spent some time taking a look at CMake for use with a small kind of a tutorial demo program that I was going to write in C, and I kind of realized that's probably a premature optimization, so I'm going to undo that. I'm also probably going to be fumbling around a lot today. For years and years and years, I've used tmux in a single terminal and kind of multiplexed my work there. And I am going to try and learn something new. I am using GNOME workspaces to kind of replace that behavior. So I used to always, in fact, I can actually show it here. I have a little script that I would run that would, start a bunch of tmux terminal sessions, and then I would switch back and forth between them in tmux. So if I wanted to work on this project, or if I wanted to switch over in this project, in each one of those terminals, then I would probably have a Vim session open. Essentially, need to kill the server, not the sever. But essentially, I don't really need tmux, and tmux limits me to multiplexing terminal sessions, whereas here what I've done is I've essentially set up the same thing. I have a handful of workspaces that I can easily flip through, and one thing that I always had open was this notes file, and then I have the code that I'll be working on, and I can have Chrome in another session, and I have another terminal for a scratch session. I have my dot files open, more workspaces if I need it. And of course, nothing's stopping me from putting multiple things on one screen. I just tend to work in a very focused mode this way. And I probably am going to fumble around the keys a little bit, but this is what I am going to try out. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so in terms of actual code, I was doing this in this little demo project, and what I have going on here currently, let's just make sure. So it looks like I rearranged the packages a little. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I have what's here committed in this folder. Oh, let's do that first. I guess I don't have everything in the ignores. There we go, that's better. So the only thing that's changed is the shell.nix get checkout, and I don't even need that change. So the okay, get checkout. So okay. Still telling me I have a change here. So that is in default, right? Nope. It's in shell.nix, and it's telling me that this moved. I'll explain why. I mean, I was starting to realize that with the shell.nix, I wasn't really building anything, and so I didn't have to have any actual outputs. And it doesn't really matter then where these are put. I could just put them all in the packages or all in fact, that's probably what should be going on is, and you can see I was experimenting quite a bit here. I probably should just have them all in packages like so. And then if I am in nix-shell, everything, I'm just going to verify that everything works the same. But because I'm not building anything, I'm not keeping anything, the separation between the build dependencies and the nix-shell itself just don't matter. I'm guessing that we're right in the update cycle for Nix, so a bunch of those things might, and I'm writing unstables, so a bunch of those things probably changed. I believe the next Nix OS update comes out in about, let's see, it is May 12 today, so about another 10 days or so. So let's get rid of some of the old stuff we're not using anymore. No reason to keep it on disk. And then, oops, I was already in the shell. I just wanted to drop out of it, actually. Oh, no, yeah, I was already in the shell. What I wanted to do was make sure that everything still worked. So we want to do a make, or sorry, a cmake, and then a cmake build in this directory. Cmake build. Okay, and then bin demo still runs, right? So all good. So I exit out of there. It appears I'm still in a nix-shell. Okay, so we're no longer in a nix-shell. Now this is all, so the only change is in the shell nix, which I just made. So I'm just, oops. Probably should have cleaned this up before I started making video, but so I'm gonna add everything in this directory, which is only the shell nix. I am going to git push. I don't remember which way I have this set up. Usually I name git push GitHub main. Yep. Okay. So now so what I'm going to do today is I want to just replace this cmake with just a nice little clean makefile. I've decided cmake might make sense in a large complicated project. This isn't and will probably never be large and complicated in that way. And a nice clean makefile, I think at this point, unless I'm proven wrong, is pretty straightforward to maintain for pretty much one that will work, should be pretty forward to maintain for all Linux distributions. And that's sort of all I care about. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove everything cmake, which is just cmake list. We're going to remove the demo. Actually, before I do, I want to look at it. I think it's just defining these versions. And so let's let's do this. Let's move demo H into source, demo H, and then we'll doctor it up in a second. So I want to keep the readme, the shell.nix, the source. There will be a make, and then I had an old make file that I just moved out of the directory, and we'll start over from that, or start over with that. So it's in the parent directory. So we'll copy that here. Let's take a look at what's in it. Okay, so this is not a real good make file. It's more of a little task file that I use, which I kind of explained in the other video. For years and years now, not writing C, what I would do is I'd build these little make files that are just task files that would always have build, run, and clean them. But I actually want to turn this into a little bit better kind of generic make file that I can just copy paste between programs usually. I am not going to need this clean, or what's this build do? I am not going to need that build. Let's go up and get rid of I want to merge or check or get rid of this Zig stuff. It's in the same project. It's just the make file in the main. And I'm just going to commit it as whip. I can pop it back off later if I want. And we're going to go back to the C code. Now all of my changes should be here. Let's first get it to work, and then we'll work on making a better make file. So, okay, let me think. Well, what does make do? Okay, so yeah, it's not going to link the demo.h. So the demo.h is copied from it's the template from. So I just want to go. So major version 0, minor version 1, patch version 2. There we go. So it makes. There we go. Everything works. And oops, I've already moved it, so we'll just do a. Now it'll understand that it moved. Okay. So pretty straightforward. Now what I want to do is jump into cleaning up this and making it look like a typical makefile. But before I do, I'm going to take a really short break. I'll come back, and in the next video, I'll actually take care of updating that makefile.